The tropical update. This is what we're going to be focusing on in terms of our weather for the next several days. That's a look at the satellite view for the whole pond. That's the Atlantic Ocean, Africa behind me, and then on in toward the Rio Grande Valley here. So we have activity going on in the south central Atlantic, and we have activity going on in the Caribbean. That means we need to focus on two individual spots. So let's go ahead and do that. Pushing on through, there we go. We have Tropical Depression 7, as I said, that's south central Atlantic. And we also have what's brewing off Cuba, heading toward the west. That is the next investigation that we'll be sniffing around for the next 5 days to see how it moves on toward probably the Texas coast. Looking at the different computer model solutions, it looks like that area of low pressure, investigation 91, is going to make its way to the west, but it just depends how it will be blocked in by high pressure and how it will just go with the natural turning of the earth. That's called the Coriolis effect. So we'll see if it swings up toward Baton Rouge or if it goes more in a straight line in response to high pressure and comes toward deep South Texas, or at least South Texas, maybe toward Kingsville. That's the most southerly track. So we're going to keep an eye on that. No word on strength, but there is at least this bit of knowledge, and that is that low pressure in the central Gulf of Mexico or west central Gulf, what it does is it provides sinking air down back toward the Rio Grande Valley. That means hot, dry conditions, while the low pulls moisture on up and brings a lot of rain to Alabama and Florida. Again, on the far west side, we end up hot and dry. Then the low gets closer. Then we're out of that. Then we switch over to rain. So we shift gears really hard and fast. Don't even push in the clutch. Friday on into Saturday, we go from a chance for maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain around the Rio Grande Valley or around deep South Texas because of that approaching low. Again, no word yet on strength. And then we've got Tropical Depression 7. We go back to the south central Atlantic and see Tropical Depression 7 expected to make its way on into the sweet spot past the Windward Islands. This is the next 5 days. So this is on into Sunday right there as a tropical storm, more than likely, heading on into the southern Caribbean. That is a dangerous place for us because so often a storm can get in here and then follow that arc back on up toward the Gulf. So that's why we're going to keep an eye on 7 for sure. So I told you, lots going on in the tropical forecast. Now, 76 tonight, partly cloudy skies, southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. That's pretty much just going to be warm and humid. Running on through the forecast for the morning hours, going out the door at 6 a.m., 77, 80 degrees by 8 a.m. Tomorrow, 98 degrees for a valley average high, 20% chance for a shower, hot and humid, you betcha. 97 for you, Brownsville, 88 Port Isabel, 105 forecast for Roma. And it's only going to get hotter if that low finds itself on into the west central Gulf. So let's keep it hot with FUTURECAST the next 2 days, and notice that we'll have just the slightest chance for a couple little pips and pops in the afternoon with sea breeze showers pushing on in, and there again on Thursday, looking at that opportunity just for some afternoon activity. Not expecting to see a lot, but at least a little bit. But again, if we're on the far west side of that system, it could shut down any opportunity for showers for the next few days. But then, as I said, by the weekend, the system gets closer, and we end up with payday in terms of rain. I know, it sounds confusing. Dry and hot, and then a good chance for wet. And then moving on in through the weekend, we then tamp down back into a kind of a so-so period into early next week with a few chance for a few showers.